So we're in one of our raised beds here, and we're going to create a Florida weave. We've got some late tomatoes going in. I'm going to put 14 more tomatoes in this bed, but I've got to weed the bed to do that. Now, some people will say, well, you just go ahead and till it, plant your plants, and be done with it. Well, that does work on paper. And what I mean by that is, okay, we'll till the ground up. It looks good. The weeds are all gone. Looks great. Let's go ahead and plant. But what is occurring is you're taking roots, and I've got a perfect example with here, and we've talked about this on the program. Wiregrass, some kind of, I don't know what kind of grass this is. But what is happening is, and we've seen this a number of times, you go in there and you just rip the top of the plant off, and you didn't get any roots, but hey, okay, it looks good, we can go ahead and plant. But underneath, you've got all of these roots. And when these get chopped up, even in, let's say, inch segments or smaller, within a matter of weeks, they will recreate and reproduce new growth and pierce through the soil. So now, right now, we've got one plant we've removed from our bed. If we was to till, this would get chopped up into dozens of pieces, and we would have scattered this among the bed. So you may think, okay, the garden looks good, I've tilled, and then in a couple weeks you've got more weeds than ever before. Well, that's one of the main causes of that, is whenever you're tilling. Now, we found using a garden fork and going through each bed works very well. Yes, it's time consuming, it's tedious. Some people say it's therapeutical. But by doing this, we're aerating the soil, we're removing all the roots that we can find. We're not chopping them up and distributing them amongst the bed. Now, you will have weeds in any situation because of birds. You bring them in on your clothes, the wind brings them in. But this will greatly reduce the amount of weeds that you're going to have in your garden. And you only need to do this, based on your situation, maybe once every year, 2 years, maybe 3 years. You're getting that majority of weeds out, and then it's very manageable afterwards. So just because you till and you think you've done a good job, that may be a reason why you're having so many more weeds in the garden, because you keep breaking up those roots and distributing more and multiplying the plants, helping the plants, the weeds out, rather than helping your plants that you've planted out by removing them altogether. And weeds will compete with your corn, and I've got to weed this corn bed. They'll compete with your corn, your tomatoes, your peppers, fill in the blank vegetable, and they're more aggressive and more vigorous, and they'll outcompete what you're trying to grow to eat.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.